Yeah, I think the last thing I heard was you talking about Jugaristan, where you work together as well.
Yes, yes.
So yeah,
Because I
uh,
was saying that even that when we worked on it, I think that working together on the projects for camera actually perhaps even helped us get more on the same page creatively.
Yeah, and I think also because that was something that we are part of the same team. Like I don't think it was ever a like I'm me being an actor. Like I think we both were in the same department in a sense, right? Like we were both
right, right. Oh, you're not performing like
differently as
different functions
yeah, we
the
were
way you
behind
would
the
in
camera.
theater.
So I think there's so much to do when you're creating like a show or a film or even if it's like a cine play that you're kind of like compartmentalizing and department like so and yeah, I mean I think in that aspect like I think when we perhaps had issues during our theater time was just me being a bit brash and kind of like also him taking me for granted because I was his brother but
Akash is shaking his head.
he'll always deny this. It's great. That's why he's such a good actor, but he doesn't act enough. But when you're doing film or like whatever work for camera, it's very like it was very different because I obviously knew that Akash had much more experience than I did. So I mean, even if there was a difference of opinion, it had to be like slowly slid in, like very subtly, rather than it being a confrontation.
Right.
No, but actually, we've been pretty much touchwood on the same page in that when we work for camera, like it's actually been a lot of fun, and I think there's a lot of sync now in that sense. So I think it's almost it's weird, like we almost like I think we like say I mean think the same things or mean the same things, but say it differently because he has better vocabulary. But yeah, that's all.
Right. What have you got to say? You were shaking your head quite vigorously. Do you not agree with what Adhar is saying?
No, no, I agree. I think that it was a I mean, in the early days, I mean, there was one production that we did, which me and Taira Nath were directing a play called Rafta Rafta, which unfortunately Adhar and I were playing father and son, uh,
Oh,
and the father and son who don't get along, and then life imitated art and art imitated
Yeah,
life.
that carried on backstage also.
It was a strange situation. But in the
That's
end
what
of the play, they reach an uneasy truce, which is quite what happened with us in life as well.
well, that play did manage 30 odd shows or 40 odd
50
shows.
actually.
50, sorry.
you went through with that for
We
50.
went through with that.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, my wife constantly holds a grudge about how we shut that down prematurely, and we should have continued it because it was quite a fun play, and it
Right,
was
right.
well.
No,
But
but
there were multiple factors.
Akarsh's character always had the last laugh. So even Akarsh was because the whole thing is that the whole plot of the play is that I'm his impotent son and I can't consummate the marriage. So he's taking the piss out of me. So I think he used to get his back like on stage in any case.
That sounds like fun. So,
Yeah,
I mean, when you do have, for instance, a creative disagreement while you're working on a project, how do you tackle it? As in, is it something you bring back home? Do you, sort of take the time to address it in the workspace? Is there a process that has, evolved over time?
See, fortunately, we don't live together, so so we do have our own kind of switch off spaces.
Right,
Uh,
right.
I think that we've kind of evolved in quite a large manner where disagreements are handled uh, quite well and quite a civil manner. Unless there's a stray occasion where I'm underslept and or he's hungover. Uh, then there's an irrational kind of flare up. Uh, but no, I think that it's kind of in a we touchwood haven't had too many of those altercations of late. Uh,
Right.
yeah, so I think our parents are not so worried about us fighting over property. Because we've kind of amicably sorted most things out, and I think
Right.
over time we've kind of come to kind of like each other, so we're okay. So